Alrighty, so today we're going to be continuing a little bit of, not a series, but just sort of a stretch of videos that we have here during this dry Dokkan period. I'm sure, as you guys know, the Dragon Ball gaming world has been not really taken by storm because we knew it was coming, but the Sparking Zero hype is here. So, everybody's playing Sparking Zero. That's where the fun is at. But however, we are Dokkanners around here, and we have to keep the Dokkan content going. So, today, what I want to talk about are some of the best extreme or villain teams within Dokkan right now. And then I want to sort of, use one that I like in sort of gameplay, talk about why the team is so good, why it's practical, why you can use it in any form of content. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first team that I want to take a look at, I haven't even built these yet, but we'll just talk about it as we go. First and foremost, I'm sure most of you know this is coming, but one of the best teams in the game right now is the Movie Bosses squad. Now, for the Movie Bosses team, on this JP account in specific, there is one specific piece that I am missing, and his name is Int Broly, right? So we do have to keep that in mind, that I am missing one of the better units on this team, but the beauty of it is there are still 6 options that are very, very good that we can put together on one little squad here. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first iteration of this team that I'd like to talk about is sort of a Broly themed type of setup here. But again, you are going to have to kind of consider some other things as well. What you could do if you wanted to go like the pure Broly route is run something like this, where you have, all different types of Brolys. I forgot about you. Super Easy A Broly, Bio Broly, Base Form Broly that transforms into Legendary Super Saiyan, Dragon Ball Super Broly, Bio Broly, the Broly Trio. If you want to take off the Broly Trio, you could easily get away with running a character like Janemba. That is going to work out just fine because you have uncontrollable power across the board, and Bio Broly is going to have all of his goodies procced, right? Like, you're not going to have anything to worry about, and this team is going to work out a-okay. Now, why is this team one of the best extreme class teams in the game? It is pretty simple. It's just the most updated version, like the most modern extreme class villain team that we have at the moment, and it has a lot of different options. And if you wanted to, you could easily replace this Super Broly or Super Easy A Broly with Cell Max. We could replace Janemba with the Broly Trio. We could replace Bio Broly with Janemba. We could replace the Broly Trio with Turles. Like, you guys can see, there are a ton of different options that this team has, and it's all containing over one big umbrella, which is A, Planetary Destruction, and B, Movie Bosses, and then C, if we take off Turles and put Bio Broly back, this is going to be the uncontrollable power category, all going to be working together in harmony and running a very well-oiled machine. Now, when it comes to the Big Bad Bosses link, what we could potentially do is take away this Broly and put Turles in this spot, and then 4 of the 6 characters are going to constantly have Big Bad Bosses, and then what we can do is run both of the Tech Brolys as a rotation, and you're not going to have to worry about Big Bad Bosses with those two because they both don't have it anyway. So that rotation is going to work out just fine. You could put Cell Max with Janemba, you could put Janemba with Turles, you could put Cell Max with Turles. Just a really well-rounded extreme class team, and is going to be one of the best in the game. Now, another option that we could potentially look at for extreme class teams is going to be the Majin Power setup. So I'm going to specifically go to, I always mess this one up. It's we go down here. It's the one with 4 characters. It's this one right here. Yeah. So Majin Power, the way that you kind of want to set up this team, right, is we want to go with the physical Buhan. We want to run Tech Exchange Buu. We run physical support Kid Buu for his Super Easy A. We could run Int Fat Buu. We're definitely going to want to have him on the squad because he's the newest unit of this bunch. Easy A is excluded. We want to run Mr. Buu because he is a very solid character that has damage reduction with rainbow orbs and stuff like that. This character is going to work out very, very well for us. And then last but not least, you kind of have a bit of a free space here where it just depends on the event. I think the most consistent character that you're probably going to have here is going to be this Tech Skinny Buu, Evil Buu, whatever you want to call him, right? This team works out very well, all extreme class, except for Mr. Buu. So I guess we'll take him off the squad and we'll put like Super Buu here, right? Because technically, yeah, like I said, he's not an extreme unit, but he does fit on like a villain team, right? You think of Majin Buu, you think villain, right? Like I think you can understand that thought process there. But if you want to get technical and run this team separately, I think that this is kind of the way that you'd want to go about it. Something like this will work out just fine. This team has 2 slot 1 units with Int Buu and then Buhan, especially especially when you build them up. And we also have another slot 1 unit that you could potentially be running with Tech Exchange Boo. When you are in the Evil Boo form, you are going to have damage reduction as well as dodge chance. So that is a nice little combination for slot 1, right? These characters are going to work out just fine. And I have the roster pulled up here so that way you guys can see it's like, oh, I don't have options or I need alternatives. You guys can look and see some of the alternatives. Like I said, if you want to abandon the super class or the extreme class route, you put Mr. Boo on the team. He's free to play from the World Tournament. I wouldn't recommend that you run this character because he's more designed to run on Universe 7. And then it kind of gets a little bit tricky from there. So I guess if you don't have them, this STR Boo works out well. He has an AoE. His EZA is pretty good. A character that you could invest in if you don't have them right now and you don't have them done and link leveled, you're definitely going to want to work on your STR Kid Boo, because STR Kid Boo's EZA will probably be pretty good working on this team, and I think that just all in all, this category will be pretty well rounded. And then this character's super EZA is also fixing to be pretty damn good, and this is a character that starts with big bad bosses, which at times can be uncommon for the Majin Power team, right? Because you think about a character like Buhan being like probably the best overall character on the team, right? Like, I think this guy at his ceiling is more impressive than anything that Int Fat Boo is doing, but Int Fat Boo does have value with his Ghost Usher, obviously, as well as his healing, the revive, and all that, and the stacking. But I think that this character individually is probably the most impressive on the squad, and it's going to work out very well for you. So this is another really good example of a villain team, the Majin Power team. Let's go ahead and get into one more before we do a quick event run, just because I feel like doing some gameplay today. This is going to be the Super Bosses team, right? I think Super Bosses, Inhuman Deeds, some other characters, right? Like, it all kind of works out well, right? Now, unfortunately, I am missing one of the characters for the squad, but we can I'll put him in the place of where the character would be, right? Now, a character that is not on this team yet and will be coming to global before the end of the year, as of the words of Omatsu and Ken, will be our boy AGL Jiren. Now, unfortunately, on JP, he is in the game. I just didn't pull him. It is what it is. But Super Bosses, kind of way that you want to set this up is you want to bring Broly. We bring Fusion Zamasu. He's pretty good. You could honestly get away with running Rubrian, Rosie, and Kakunsa. Oh no, they're not a villain. They're not a villain. I'm running the team. I'm putting it in my head. You could get away with running Cell Max. We put the Broly trio on the team. And then things get a little bit tight, especially if you are missing Physical Rose. I'm going to put Int Rose here, but just keep in mind this would be where Physical Rose would be in this specific build, just kind of the way that the game is formatted right now. And then the last character that you would put would be the Physical EZA, Super EZA, excuse me, for Goku Black. So again, this is one of the better villain teams in the game. You know, you have some Broly representation. We have Cell Max, who's obviously a very well done character. Physical Rose is the LR Int Rose, so please replace him with that character. I just don't have him on this account. It is what it is. And then, you know, the Super EZA for Goku Black is pretty good. And if you are fighting a Pure Saiyan or a Tournament of Power enemy, what you can do is cheat, run a super class character, toss Tech Khalifa on the team, and then you have that guaranteed dodging. So, with that being said, super class, or for extreme class villain teams, these are some of the better ones. Now, again, I guess we could do a quick honorable mention to Inhuman Deeds. I think this category is pretty well done now. It's always tough because I got to line up these characters, but I think that this team actually has some potential moving forward, and they also just got like massive buffs during the Worldwide Download Celebration, because I believe Broly does fit onto that criteria. So let me quickly pull up this category. I'm not going to make you sit here and... oh, no, it's right here. I'm done. Okay, yeah, so this category right here, right? The Inhuman Deeds, I believe they finally got their leader, right? Like, it's... I believe it's that new Vegeta, right? Like, he's the new Inhuman Deeds leader. I'm like 50% sure about that. You know, you see how certain I am in my voice right now? You can hear it. Diabolical Villains. Yeah, so this is the Inhuman Deeds leader. So for some reason, if you're somebody who did pull for this character, I'll just put him here in place, but you guys know who I'm talking about. You could easily run like an Inhuman Deeds setup, right? Because now we have Broly, right? We have another Broly. We love us some Broly in this household. We have the new Super EZA for Full Power Frieza. We have this version of Broly right down here, right? This Golden Frieza is good in short bursts. I think that there is potential with this team, but I don't think it's exactly where it needs to be right now. So there we go. Those are some of the best extreme class teams in the game. Let's go ahead and run an event with the Movie Bosses team just to kind of see one of them in action. All right, so in order to take advantage of seeing Int Broly in action here, we're going to go into Red Zone Kid Buu because this is a bit of a quicker stage, and I don't want to do like a 15-minute video here, or not a 15-minute video. I don't want to do like a 20-minute video that's all gameplay for you guys because I know you like to hear like options and stuff like that over just seeing gameplay. So here we go, right? We have our team here. Broly's got his domain that we're going to be able to activate right away, so that's a very valuable thing to bring to the table. You guys know how that works at this point, I'm sure. This character's been out for what, like over a month now, almost a month at this point. So he's had his time, right? So what we'll want to do here, or what we want to do here, excuse me, what we will want to do, toss Broly in slot 1, because that's like he has the defensive utility and stuff like that, and we're going to be able to get to, not the 18 key, unfortunately. This character's like key struggles with this team is one thing, especially when you don't have like the support on rotation, could be a little bit of an issue. But where that is going to be made up for is like characters like the Broly trio and stuff like that. That is where you can kind of make up for the lack of key here. But offensively, this team is one of the hardest hitting ones in the game because 13 million is a low attack stat for this team, right? Like that's not very high. We can get much higher, right? Like the One Piece thing, right? Can we get much higher with this team? Absolutely. This setup can 100% do more damage than 13 million. So nice little start here, and of course 12 million is the next attack stat, but unfortunately, like this character with the Broly, like we get up to like that 30 million range pretty easy with this character, believe it or not. It's pretty impressive how damn hard this character can hit when we actually like get him going. So, oh, we're just dead. We might just be dead because of the setup. Yeah, as I'm trying to like show off and like muscle a team real quick, it's like, oh no, you're just gonna get lit up, but that's okay. You guys will see. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Sometimes it takes a little bit of build up, but we'll get there. We will get there for sure. So one thing that I got made fun of for, not last video, I feel like the last time I played this event, the people made fun of me because, and I deserved it because of, I always forget that Kid Buu is guaranteed to super in slot 3. So what we're gonna do right here on this turn is we are going to, believe it or not, we're going to transform Broly, forgo the damage reduction, because we know he's not going to get, or the support and the 90% damage reduction, because we know he's not going to super in that spot anyway. So what I want to do is get the type advantage super in with support and stuff like that. So Broly, especially after, he does the, all those supers, he's going to be 100% fine. So now with Tech Broly, we're going to get some decent damage in. We're going to get an action break because that's what he does. We're probably not going to get another super here, unfortunately, but that is okay. And we do get an action break. Never hurts to have. And then Broly, especially, this will be a good test for Super Easy A Broly, but if he does a bunch of supers, he has his Rainbow Orbs, he should be fine, especially considering how he's going to be building up. I think we should be in a pretty good spot here. What do you got for me? 4.9, nothing too crazy. Yep, 13. Yeah, so you can see he's building up pretty quick. He is building up a pretty quick. Nice. And how much are you going to be taking here? Double digits. Cool. And then, like I said, I know, like, this is why I set this up like this. Now we know that Broly, we're going to have type advantage here on this Mammoth Super that he's going to want to toss at us, right? So, there's a good chance that we don't even see Tech Broly get to where he needs to be. And we're probably going to have to play this rotation a little bit differently, unfortunately. Because now that I think about it, right? Tech Broly probably gets lit up by this whatever, what's his name? Kid Buu wants to throw at us, right? Because Kid Buu's going to want to do like a big super, or not a big super. He's just going to do big boy damage on his normals, especially in that second phase, right? So we need to keep our eye out for that. And hopefully we can hide him. If we get lucky, we'll be able to hide him, but there's a good chance we won't be able to. So Broly did his job there, almost took out Kid Buu, but again, we know the super is coming, so we had plenty of time to build up. He's got guard, had plenty of time. Yeah, 336, still took a decent bit from that. So I guess what we could do, right? Oh, we're going to be able to hide. Yeah, so this is perfect, right? Cell Max is going to fulfill his condition, have guard, and all of that fun stuff. We're going to be able to put him right here, and then Broly will be able to get his 24 key, and then we're going to be able to hide Tech Broly over here in slot 3. So as long as Cell Max holds it down for us in slot 1, which he is going to, even with this super might hit pretty hard, actually, but we shall see, right? Hopefully not, but I think it might. 277? Yeah, we're up. All right, cool. So again, now we're actually going to be able to cook pretty hard here. Just the way that this team is built. Yeah, decent damage. Oh, that's right. He nullifies. Yeah, this could be a bit of a pain, huh? This is the fun part, ladies and gentlemen. We're actually going to be able to do something pretty fun here. Yeah, that sucks, because look how much damage we could have potentially done there. Max is putting on a clinic. I think that was, what, a quad super that he just did? All, like, basically over 15 million. That attack stats up to 35 million now. Yeah, that nullification is going to be pretty bad. So, this is a good, like, exhibit, though, because you guys can see the potential things that could go wrong here. Because we deserve to do some damage there, and we literally didn't do any. So, this at least is going to hit the type disadvantage super. Maybe I picked the absolute worst event to showcase something in, but that is okay. Because this team presents what we like to call a unique challenge, right? So now we have Broly's active skill. This is one, again, that the game is telling you just do as soon as you possibly can get it. Unfortunately, we might miss out on some Rainbow Orb support here from... no, if we do this, we'll be able to get it, right? Yeah, so... not the most in the world, so we shall see. It might be curtains for our boy Super Easy A Broly here. Surely, yeah, okay, you're going to dodge the Shinemba? Yeah, there we go. That's that build in action, baby. That's, I don't know, I think his dodge is like 20 or something like that, maybe 25 on this setup that I have with him. So, you know, not going to go into a dodge tirade or anything like that, but it is nice to have. You guys can see decent, a decent chance there. There we go. Big crit, action break. Perfect. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Yep, that's fine. Nullify it all you want. I'm honestly more just worried about the homie Super Easy A Broly here. But I don't know. He might be okay. That's a pretty high number. 16 million. And he's going to go up again. What are we at now? 20 million? We might be okay. We might be okay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we're fine. We are absolutely fine. So now you guys can see this team is starting to snowball a little bit, right? Some of the things that were not happening before are starting to go our way now. So let's grab these to get the 24 key with you. We will... how do I want to do this? Let's go 24 with you. I wanted the heal. That's what... he heals per orb. I'm silly. I always forget that. All right, so what are we looking at now? 23 million. This one will hit, but the additional ones will not. Yeah, so he's starting to build up a decent bit here. We've hit him a bunch. Yep, that's... oh, boy. This could be bad, ladies and gentlemen. But we do have a revival active, so if he wants to be cute, we should be all right. All right, Broly. 18 million, fine. Just make him stronger, I guess, if you must. Yep. Okay. Now, are any of these going to land? Yes. All right, perfect. I was going to say, we're going to need at least one of these to land. Otherwise, we might be in trouble, you know? Boom. There we go. Bring it. 7.7. Yeah, so these are all going to be nullified, which is not good. Because if he decides to do a super, we might just be cooked. It might just be a GG for us, right? Because your boy, he has a knack for picking probably the worst event to run this for. For what I'm trying to, like a team I'm trying to showcase. It's like, oh, a team that does a bunch of additionals and has strike supers galore. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, Broly is not surviving this. No chance. No chance. He's way too strong, right? Yeah, 731. Yep, but this is what this team is about, right? Now, Broly has his revival. We get to see a nice revival animation. I really like this revival animation. Not as much as his intro. His intro animation is one of my favorites from the whole worldwide download celebration. But, yeah, this one's really good too. I really like this revive. It's just an updated version of the old STR Broly's art. And then here we go. So now we're going to be able to, hopefully, this should land, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Janemba in slot 1. We're going to do this. We're going to put you in slot 2. Make sure we get your 24 key. We're going to grab these with you. Grab these with you because you don't really need orbs. And then we're going to grab these with you. So Janemba will not finish off Kid Buu here, but he is going to do a decent bit of damage, right? I don't foresee that, you know, 20 million super attack, whatever he's going to do. 17 million actually taking out Kid Buu. So hopefully Broly's big attack stat will be a nice send-off for this video, right? 13 million, yeah, so 58 million. I believe if this does crit, then we should be done here. But there we have it. Just playing around with some of the best extreme class teams within Dokkan right now. I know people love the villain teams, so I want to do a video dedicated to some of the best lineups for them. If you have any other lineups that you like to see, or best category teams and stuff like that for villains, let me know in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new, so you don't miss out on any of the Dokkan content that we are posting around here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you all in the next one, and thank you for watching.